like it would be in one of those.
No, Jacob, is it good?
Yeah, I'm saying it sounds like it's
Jacob,
one.
is it
No,
good?
I don't think so.
Jacob,
Okay,
is it
anyway.
good?
Anyway.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weatherboy? I'm setting you up. Fucking
Anyway. We're live, motherfuckers.
Source?
So what do you mean source? We're fucking live. Look at my...
Who is live and why are we fucking her?
Oh, hey, you can put the calamity image in.
Yes, I did it. Ta-da.
Ah.
Ta-da! And now she doesn't speak anymore.
Calimage.
We are all here.
Welcome here. Jesus fucking Christ. Welcome to session 12. I think it's session 12. Maybe?
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe.
you look at me.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
And I think you can probably update our AC now because we've gotten our gear back.
Oh yeah, so what's everybody's CC?
Can't do the
17.
shield anymore. Oh no. So my AC is only
I'll tell
18.
you what my
I
AC is
only
when I have my sheet open, which I should probably have had open already.
Okay, let's start with you, Lucky. What's your CC at the moment?
17.
17. Congratulations. Nice.
Thank you.
Aries, you?
16.
16. Congratulations. A Scree?
Should still be 15, apparently.
Okay. And I guess everybody else is the same.
15.
Oh yeah, you're 15. Fuck.
Well, I'm a bit older than 15, but you know, my AC is 15.
If you were 15, you would not be here.
Immediately then. Thunder strikes the character.
Yeah.
Underground.
Yeah, someone just casted fuck that guy in particular.
Fuck that guy in particular. Anyway, yeah, welcome to session 12 of, I guess, the Claws of Azure Moon. It's all way to say. Anyway, without further ado, I have a simple question to answer, a simple fucking week. Are you fucking ready?
Perhaps.
Stick around and doesn't stick.
7 out of 10 ready.
Okay.
Somebody pull the tendon.
He's shitting.
He's shitting. Eee, that did
The
sound like
Taco Bell experience.
the average Indian Joe experience. Oh boy. Okay, give me a second. Let me. Oh, dude, that.
Why are you moaning?
Listen.
Are you still
Streaming
looking for...
is
What?
streaming is Arax's king. This is his pawn.
Shut the fuck up! What the
You know,
fuck?
you have a point. You have a point. There is a reason he streams all day, every day.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, we only see his VTuber model. We don't see him. He could be naked for all we know.
I mean, that's the gimmick with all VTubers. Every VTuber is naked. They are using the model for a reason.
The only reason to get a VTuber model is to just the ability to stream naked.
Easier to buy.
300.
I'm just listening. Like,
clothes.
I mean, you could stream naked anyway. You just have to find a different site.
Oh god. Okay, anyway.
Thank you.
Last we left off, half of you woke up from a deep slumber, or coma if you will, in an unfamiliar environment, soon to realize that you are under captivity, or I guess under observation, of a drow by the name of Dextra and the lady, which you all met after, I guess, waking up, getting your surroundings, meeting with two, I guess now your companions, Domachevsky and Calamity, who have both also wandered up to this valley some way, mainly by the river. Meeting up with the lady, you were given a simple task, as now you are subservient to her for her saving every one of your lives. The first task is pretty simple, heading south to slay an ice basilisk and retrieve its heart. You slept through one day, basically regaining your strength, and then you set your way out. The first step of the journey was without incident, except for a caravan of goblins that were making their way, you assume, to the valley itself, in order to trade. Some of you tried to, I guess, scare them, and then all of you got flashbanged. Some trading occurred, and you were given a device that, if consumed by the basilisk, it should be quite a nasty surprise to the basilisk itself. And if I remember correctly, you also gain 16 silver pieces from trading in your rations.
We also received 2 antidotes.
Yes, 2 antidotes potentially against the petrifying abilities of the basilisk. So, with the trading being completed and the goblin caravan on their way on their usual route, what is everybody doing?
I guess we're just trying to get to the point where we're supposed to go. Maybe keep an eye out.
Now, here's the thing. Do you remember still the directions of where you should be heading?
I do remember.
Let's go.
It's a 2-day journey, and we should go straight ahead and take the third opening to the right.
Cool, good. So, okay, as you continue your journey, I would like one of you to roll me a d10.
And not me, because I am blind. Talking shit of me.
Who rolls the d10?
So
I think it was.
You should.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should.
You asked, so you volunteer yourself.
Okay, any advantages or anything? Or just a
no,
roll
just
d10?
D10. This is RNG device. This is a small box of RNG. Oh, indeed. Give me a second. Surprisingly enough, the caves are extremely calm and dull. The only thing of curiosity, or I guess any entertainment, is the moss, the mushrooms, and vines growing on its edges. But the cave system is basically just a simple, you assume 20 feet wide and about 20 feet or 15 feet tall cavern, just going for hours. For 4 hours, you go in darkness, in a straight line, with occasional curvature too, but absolutely nothing happens. I would like you to roll another d10 unless you want to do something in those 4 hours. Sure.
Lucky, you do it. It's in the name.
Okay,
Go
fine.
ahead, Ron.
I think that's definitely jinxing it, but
We should probably start.
You oh
7.
No,
lucky
It's in my
seven.
name.
Lucky seven.
so about an hour after the 4-hour mark, and totally been traveling at this point 7 hours, you see a crossroads, one that goes immediately left and right in different sections of the tunnel, and the one that continues further. I assume you still continue further, right?
Yep.
Okay. Another half hour passes. Another motion to the right. Another tunnel. And I assume you also go straight still.
I mean,
We go straight still, because currently we have passed We pass the one opening to the left from the beginning, I believe. I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
Yes.
the merchants came from the left. And then one crossroad. So we have passed first through the first right, this is the second right.
Yes.
We
Um.
should continue ahead.
DM, may I look for a pretty rock while we're walking?
Sure. Roll me a perception check. And about like
18.
2.5 hours, and you've been traveling for about 9 hours, and you kind of become wary of the boredom and whatnot. All of a sudden, with your passive perceptions, you hear this cluttering. As all of a sudden, the wide, like the very medium-sized hallway you've been wandering through opens up slightly and becomes maybe 3 times its size. You can hear the rushing water immediately to your side as there is this small little pool of water, seemingly being drained constantly somewhere below, while a source from the rocks pours the water into the pool. And above you all, there is a valley of bats. Small, tiny bats, no bigger than your hand, but you can count hundreds or thousands of them just, you assume, asleep.
Is there any light in this cavern?
Besides the one that you're bringing with yourself, no.
I don't think we bring any light with us, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
Yeah, we said so because you're the only person who kind of needs it.
So in that case, you wander into a dark chamber, and you do hear the fluttering of the water, or just the rushing water, and the occasional fluttering of the wings of the bats above. And you can see that from where you are to the ceiling, it's maybe 70 feet, and the entire ceiling is decked out with these miniature bats.
I will cast Dark Vision on myself because it's about time.
Do I find a pretty rock?
Yes, you do find several very smooth and pretty rocks.
Thank you. This is a secret tool that will help us later.
I see. So, technically, you're in this nice open area. You see the hallway, or I guess the path, still continues. There's no like going left or right, it still continues, but it's now a lot more vast and open. At least there's water. Anything you would like to do, or would you just try to continue on?
Should we try to sneak past these bats?
Yeah, maybe let's try to be a bit quiet so we don't accidentally
Yeah.
wake all of them up.
Okay, sure. Roll me a stealth check.
All of us?
Unless you want to fail it,
No.
then roll.
And this is with no bonus because I'm not using cast pass without a trace.
Wow, we did go lower than 15.
It takes you. You realize this hallway that you're going, this opening, is about 6 or 7 feet. It's about, not it's 7 feet. It's about 7-minute walk. It's about 400, 500 feet of just open space, and the bats literally just litter the entire ceiling. But you pass it without any problems, and the cave just kind of becomes the usual cave you've been through before. And about 10 minutes after that, the path still continues straight, but there's also a path to your right that appears.
I think we just continue straight. Should we go left?
And not left.
Right.
If it is the right, then we should go right here.
I'm not gonna say if you're correct or wrong. You gotta put your own head.
The 2 days.
Can I listen down the left path and see if I can hear anything down that path. Anything scary.
It is a it's supposed to be a 2-day journey. And the third go straight and the third right. Either we should skip 3 and get it fourth, or we should go down the third. I believe it is we should go down the third.
I think it is third because, like, sure, we have been traveling for 8 hours now, right?
9 hours somewhere.
9 hours. So yeah, like
Mm.
that is essentially a day's worth of travel.
And you ran into a couple of crossroads already.
Yeah, so like it's probably that we're
1 day
yeah,
after the return.
yeah.
And yeah, my note says straight, a third right. It doesn't say
For
skip.
everybody's, I guess your own thing. I hope you're all drawing this, because here's the thing: if you get lost, you get lost.
Oh,
You're
no.
right.
I am drawing it.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Anyway, so you take the right then, I assume.
Yes.
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 Okay. Yeah, you take the right. It becomes a bit, it descends slightly after a good few minutes. And for how long you would be walking? Because you're kind of feeling like tired because you've been walking for 9 or so hours.
I think it's about time that we start trying to find like an alcove or something to set camp in.
Or how long would you try to look for it, like walking? Because at the moment it's still the same cave formation of like not much of an alcove, nowhere truly to hide.
Yeah. We did have a long rest before.
Yeah. So we're pretty much just feeling a bit tired, so I think we can keep walking for a while until we find something.
Okay.
Maybe an hour or two at most.
Yeah, I think we continue.
2 more hours seems like a good idea.
2 more hours. Okay. Everybody, one of you roll me a d10 and the rest of you perception checks.
I can roll a d10.
I'm going to add my psi bolstered knack to that die.
So a d10, the d8. Yeah,
So a total of 19.
19.
Oscar, you weren't supposed to roll the perception
Oh,
check.
wait. Ah, okay,
Don't
okay.
tell him that he got the highest score.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remove. Let's see, I can't remove it. It's not mine.
I wasn't told to do perception either, so I'm like, I'm not rolling.
Yeah, no, all of you who aren't doing the D10 roll are supposed to roll perception.
Okay, I'll roll a perception then.
Okay.
I did say all of you roll perception. I don't know, Scree, that you're not encompassed with all of you.
Okay, well,
He's larger than all of us.
Yeah.
no, my roll doesn't matter in the end anyway, so thank you.
Legally blind.
Larger than life.
Plugs in his eyes.
Larger than the concept of we.
We the people. T4. Okay. So about 30 minutes in, the steepness descending kind of elevates and equals out, and you feel like you're going now a bit more straight path. As soon as like the elevation equals out, there immediately is an immediate pathway to the left and to the right and straight. Where would you go?
Calamity starts pointing to each of them, doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I have a vague recollection of them saying that we should go left.
Well, that's where the eeny, meeny, miny, mo landed as well, so Calamity's all for this.
Yeah.
You're gonna go left.
Wait, I've never heard anything about that. For me,
Should we go straight? and then
I love the fact that you misremember everything. You're gonna kill.
I mean, I just heard straight and then a third right and then continue ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly certain that they said left. Let's see here if I wrote this up.
look, if it's third rather than we just go
Let's-
straight then.
I think
Oh,
we should
dear.
trust the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It never leads you wrong.
Worst case scenario, we just
We
take
die.
another path tomorrow.
Okay, so which path you going?
Waiting for the judge of Ram. I believe straight.
I said left.
Jesus
Oh,
fucking
no.
Christ!
I also vote left.
Scree, break the tie. Left or straight?
Choose right, you guys remember.
Scream decides to point to the right, making it awkward.
Perfect. No, yeah, no.
So we should all go to the right then.
5 is the perfect number for a tiebreaker, except if there's more than 2 options.
So where are you going?
Okay, can I hear anything in the left path?
Perception checks. Oh wait, no, you have roll perception. Technically, wait, where did you roll perception?
Yeah, we all rolled.
Yes, 11.
11. Yeah, you fucking hear squat. Like
Sure.
it's empty, it's echoey. You can only hear yourself.
How about my 19 then?
All of you.
Ooh.
Yes.
Pain.
Okay, I've got like a
We have-
spider sense that lets me track fey, fiends, and undead. Is there anything like that through any of these paths
No.
that I can check?
Nope.
How far away is that sense?
I don't know. It just does advantage on survival checks to track them. So
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, we
So-
could send some. Let's see.
decisions.
what do all the 3 paths smell like?
All smell similarly of not sweat, just moist, humid air.
I don't have
Which
any-
smells the
any
best?
Scouting spells prepared.
All of it smells the same.
Hey, Scree. You have your familiar. Could you maybe send it down the paths to check them?
Screen looks at Lucky, and then thinks for a moment, then responds.
How far and which do you recommend first?
How far can you send it?
As far as it needs to.
Let's just say a few minutes down each path.
Alright?
I look at Screen looks at the little white raven on the shoulder, blinks, nods, and then points to each direction once and gives it telepathic orders to go down for like 3 minutes down each path and come back.
Okay, and I guess all of you just wait for.
As the
Wait.
bird goes off, I want to cheer for it.
We'll probably be
Look at
wait
it a bit
and,
more.
and eat something. Hand out good berries. Wait,
Okay.
we already ate good berries.
Okay.
We don't need to eat.
Okay, it takes about 20 minutes for the bird to fly from one path to another. And with each flyby spree, you say, the left one starts to loop around and descend. The right one begins to just go just straight right, with nothing of notice. Going straight, the path goes the same way, but also descends slightly in a straight line, for most part.
Hey, Scree, can your familiar sense if it got colder in any one of the passages?
I inquiry my familiar to if they recognize any cold.
They shake their head. All feels the same.
They wouldn't. They also have damage resistance against cold, so they would probably not notice it.
Oh,
This is probably one of those moments where damage resistance probably comes into place. It's like, no, they don't feel the cold, and
What the
Screen
damage
looks at
resistance looks
Lucky, and then pretty much tells Lucky,
No cold has been detected down either path.
well, shit. Yeah, if it, yeah, we should have written that down. I thought we were maybe gonna get there in the last session.
I was
Yeah.
writing it down. I did write it down, Ren.
I didn't because Scree didn't care about directions. They're not the leader.
So we should go straight.
I didn't write it down because Calamity has 11 intelligence, as do I in real life. So
I at least have some wisdom.
So where are you going? Where are you heading?
I think like left, right, because it said it goes down, and heat rises, so it's more likely to be colder if we go down, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And the center
the head
goes
also
down.
goes down.
You know what? To break the tiebreaker, let's just listen to Ares because he sounds really certain.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He projects confidence.
Yeah.
He says it as he stutters.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, anyway.
He just shrugs.
Anyway.
He thinks he knows.
You go down the middle.
As they're heading off down that little path, Calamity like looks back to the left path, motioning towards it. But the meanie miny moan before like with a hoof following after the group.
Anyway, going straight down the middle. It does goes down and a bit down and more down. And about 2 hours in, you came to this conclusion that it's still going down. The cave is very, how to say this, small comparatively. It's about 15 feet wide and about 10 feet tall. No alcoves, no way to hide, and you're technically just in the middle of a descending slope. And you've been traveling for 11 hours, and exhaustion is over the horizon. What would you like to do?
Well, I know what Scree's gonna do. Cast Detect Magic.
There's nothing of magical around.
Okay.
Did it get colder?
No, it became warmer.
How do I
Dang
say
it.
this? It did, but it's not like
Yeah, no, not the unnatural. It's
yeah,
because
it's
we
like
went deeper.
yeah, it's like you're like how cold like you need to calculate. It's not like unnaturally cold, but it's like cold because you're underground in a cave. It's water everywhere, and it's just eh.
Calamity is getting tired, so she's gonna climb onto Lucky's back and just cling there like a koala.
Yeah,
Clang.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to walk much longer carrying you, so I think it might be time for us to settle down, try to make up a camp, try to hide ourselves as best we can.
Oh, it's fine. You keep going, and then I'll carry you.
We've been traveling a long time today. We might need to go back tomorrow if we don't notice it getting any colder for a few hours ahead tomorrow. So let's just settle down for tonight or today because we slept through the day. Wait, it is probably early morning at this point. Gods, it's hard to keep track of time down here.
Anyway, is anybody gonna do the good old the good old guarding?
Of course.
Yeah, it would probably be for the best.
Well, here's the thing. We have a familiar that could do it for us.
Doesn't the familiar require sleep?
The familiar is a demon.
So are you gonna put fate in the demon familiar?
Maybe not the
Calamity
best
will
idea.
not put faith in just a bird.
I mean, the thing is, you can have the bird assist us during the night.
I
Yeah.
mean, assist, yeah, is good. I mean, it is 8 hours of sleep. We are 5, so 2 hours per person, and then 1 can sleep in or to double watch.
Yeah.
there's one image in my mind springs when it's like, oh yeah, the raven will help me with this, and give me a second, I'll find it. There's R of it. Give me a second. But anyway, who's gonna be the first? Who's gonna be the first? Who's gonna?
Lucky can take the first watch.
Okay, I just imagine basically you and Lucky and the bird just best friends.
Yeah. So yeah, I do order my familiar that's disguised as a white raven to sit on Lucky's shoulder and to help him watch.
Okay, perception check with advantage, Lucky.
I choose to use one of the Synalster, Tybolstered knack.
Yes,
Time.
yes, of course. But
But
of
he has a
course,
knack for this.
an act for this, an act for that.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
it's fine though, because if I fail a perception, if I fail a check, I get to keep the Cybolster knack.
Well, it's. You don't really seem to be spotting anything for your 2 hours. It's kind of boring, kind of cold, wet. Yeah, 2 hours pass and it's not very interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wake up the next person.
That should be screened in this case because
Yeah.
they can take over from there.
Yeah.
Same with you, roll me a perception check.
With advantage, or can I do because
With advantage, yeah.
I'm also checking if I would rather have my quads to do it, but no, that's very much bad. They're bad. They're worse at perception. Yeah, okay. Oh, and again. No, wait.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
that's I didn't type in advance, so I can roll again.
Oh, 18.
Thank God for advantage. I'm legally blind.
Okay,
Fair,
so
I mean that is true because we can't see in the dark.
so
Yeah,
looking,
use it positive.
let's chillin', mind your own business. About an hour into your guess watch, you do realize that there is like a small flock of bats that just kind of scutter above you, making their way from the tunnels that you're going to. Basically, from where you're gonna go to where you were already been. Just kind of roaming around. Besides the 5-minute intervention with the bats, they just kind of kept their own thing, not interrupting any of you. Nothing of interest happened. Everything is just kind of very plain and dull here.
Okay, I look at the bats for a moment, but you know what? It's bat stuff. They're probably eating insects and such. So, shrug, and then I'll just sit out my shift. And then I wake the next person when the 2 hours are up.
Who is the next person?
Yeah, who is this person?
I can be the next person if no one wants to take the plate.
I can be the next person.
If you want to, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, I wake up Domachevsky, and I wake him up in this way.
This
Hold on.
way.
It's loading. It's loading.
You know, like,
It's loading. Okay.
For reference, I am water on the floor right now. I can't be rigid while sleeping.
awaken now.
God damn it.
I just go back to globe form and look around confused.
You just see a Kenku looking at you.
Say, don't
And my
start with me like
masters.
this.
I very much point at the campfire to indicate watch,
Ooh.
but just in case, I also say in a creaky voice, watch time.
I don't remember saying we ever put up a campfire.
Oh, well, no
You're in the
campfire,
dark.
but
I mean,
No
that would
campfire.
that would attract a lot of attention.
sorry. Okay, I just point out that towards the out then. Whatever.
Are they good?
Misconceptions.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I just stand up, grab my gun, and start looking around.
and I poke Doma and points towards him, and then the White Raven sits on Domo's shoulder to assist in the watch. And then Scream goes to lay down to sleep.
Alright, do I roll? Check.
Yeah, perception with advantage. So instead of 1d20, it's 2d20.
Okay.
I keep forgetting how to do the command correctly. Thank you, Lucky.
21.
21?
Yes.
Let's see. Let me check real quickly. No. Oh, okay. It's quiet. It's definitely quiet. But through the zealous zen and peace of your being, through the not even making a sound for hour or so, in the distance from the path you're gonna go, you hear a distant, and I say this to the very utmost like contempt, the most distant sound of what sounds like a waterfall echoing through the hallways. Echo of an echo of an echo. That is what you hear. But besides that, nothing of interest. 2 hours pass. And is there gonna be one more? Or yeah.
Me.
Yeah. Alright. I wake up Oscar.
Aries.
Paris. I slowly woke up to him. Just start tapping him.
It's my turn. Okay.
Just tell him,
Good night.
keep lookout for us. Good night, Aries. Go fucking melt again.
And of course-
wait, my dark vision should still yield because I used it late. Yeah, so I still have dark vision.
Well, still the bird goes to your shoulder because it's still following Scree's orders.
Yeah.
So you now have a white bird on your shoulder.
Yeah.
The shoulder that has an
That's
arm on it, by the
princess.
way.
The shoulder that has no.
Anyway.
Yeah, he plays with the bird a bit. If the bird wants to reciprocate.
Did you roll a perception?
Not yet.
Not yet. Do it. Well, nice.
That's 4.
Give me-
I skipped doing it. Oh no.
Give me a second.
Advantage.
Advantage. Aries.
Hee.
Aries. Advantage.
1d20 plus 4.
Aries.
That's
Better?
better.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see. From the very distance, about an hour and a half after you took up the post, in the very distance, the way you're supposed to go today, an echo can be heard. An echo of a grunt. Several grunts. You don't really know if it's a beast or something else, because they're very short and distant. You don't know if it's of pain, of displeasure, annoyance. But as you heard the grunts, you don't hear them coming closer. So,
Yeah, I don't wake up with people just yet. I wait for keep an ear out
Uh-huh.
and listen. If I hear anything loud, then I will act.
No. You heard it for like 3 or so minutes. And no more. But yeah, your in that besides that, your guard is over and there was no real issue. So technically all of you are woken up without any problems. All had long rested and refreshed, I guess. So, what would you like to do as you all waken up one by one?
Right, as I wake up, I tell everyone about the waterfall I heard down the shaft.
Yeah, and I talk about the grunting noises of some creatures. Maybe they are the troglodyte.
Troglodytes.
Troglodyte.
Troglodytes. They are an ant-based creature or insect-based
Small
creature.
troglodytes.
And then Ares goes to do some meditation because I'm preparing new spells that don't need that, I believe.
Can I make tea? I have those roots.
Yep.
My alchemy supplies.
I conjure some new good berries to give to people, so we have some food for the day.
What is berry time right now?
Berry time. Good,
Small
good
berry.
berry.
Kid Berry.
I'm not sure. 2.
Starting berry time 2.
I mean, you have no clue of time of day.
Yeah, exactly. We keep track of 24-hour cycles via good berry.
Via good berry.
Yeah, berry time.
Yeah.
Can I actually use alchemy supplies to make tea, or do I need something else for that?
I see. I mean, I don't even know. Just.
I mean, as long as you can boil some water, you can make tea.
I mean,
I can make fire.
I will make you roll a survival check for that because it's not exactly. You didn't bring anything burnable.
I can make fire.
Yeah, you can for a 6-second period.
Also, I did
No,
bring
for
things that
1
are
minute
burnable
period.
because I'll have you know I have 13 torches and 2 tinder boxes.
Oh,
Produce
oh,
flame is
yeah.
lasts 1
Using
minute.
okay, take
Or 10 minutes even.
Okay. Fine. Yes. You can. Okay. I didn't realize you have that many torches. Okay, calm down.
You get the tea.
Yeah, you
Get
got.
torch the blaze later.
I
Yeah.
also have 10 torches.
Anyway, using the torches, I'm gonna say you use in total 10 torches to make a fire. You do manage to boil some tea. Are you using the what's it called? The herb you gathered from yesterday, Bianca?
The roots, yeah.
Yeah, Calamity. Oh boy, I forgot where the description of the tea is.
Now we will all get high.
I cannot cleanse poison just yet, you know.
But you can cast protection from it, I think.
Can you quickly remind me what
can
plant you
detect
got?
poison.
Just
That is a really good question. I just wrote 7 fingers worth of roots. I forgot to write down the type of root.
oh, it's a root. Fuck. It's a pale white root. I remember. It's like a carrot, but it's a root. Forgot its fucking name now. Fuck. God damn it.
Just say they're radishes.
And no, it's not radishes.
Radish tea! Woo!
Yeah, radish tea. Interestingly enough, as you boil
Radish,
it,
no!
a serving for you. I think it's for 5 servings for 7, as I said. Basically the entire tea, like the water from normal clear, turns into this bright yellowish and then dilutes into this grayish color. It smells naturally sweet, but not like sickeningly sweet. So who's gonna drink the tea?
Depends on
Calamity,
whether
of course, drinking her own tea.
Yeah, depends
And
on whether or not she
of
will
course,
offer.
She,
I
of
want to
course,
tea too.
she puts down like little cups, these little cups or flasks or whatever for everyone. Everyone is welcome to some tea.
Oh yeah, this tea. Oh yeah, I remember this tea. So as soon as you drink it, all of a sudden the sweetness overtakes your entire tongue, and you feel a tingle in your spine, and then a sudden sugar rush.
I was about to
So,
say poison resistance.
No, it's not. It's not poisonous. It's extremely delicious. It's basically that time of sweetness where it's like borderline, like it's good sweet to I want to throw up sweet. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. I
Second
have.
time of sweetness doesn't exist.
No, it does. I've had
does.
medicine that tastes sickeningly sweet. Like
Yeah.
drinking that medicine made me gag.
Yes. But you feel a lot more, I guess, aware. You feel like you're moving, like you feel your everything is just your everything has risen up a bit. As in, you feel. Shut up, no. You feel.
Everything has risen. Domacheski, you've got a heart on now.
Oh God, no.
Damn,
you
the
know what?
person
I'll-
that's-
No. You feel a tingle. You feel elevated. You feel faster. You feel more awake and aware.
You know what I say?
hmm?
You know what I say?
Hmm?
Best time for this button.
Because you're all hyper.
Yo, I thought I was making tea, but I made coffee, huh?
Nice. That means we're
Yeah.
gonna crash before long.
Oh no.
Oh, this tea is very good. It's not like that coffee thing.
This is a bit sweet for my taste, but it's better. It's good.
It is
Scree
good.
the
Calamity, you make very good coffee.
Thank
This is
you.
tea.
It's mind you, it is gray at the moment. It's not like it was yellow, bright yellow. Now it's gray in color. The water.
Gray colored.
Yeah, it's not nice looking, but it is incredibly sweet.
To be fair, it's not like we can see it that good because
Yeah.
we only see in grays.
Fair.
I don't know if it's tea or coffee. I just know it tastes good.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the best thing we can have down here. If you,
I was wondering something.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Scree declines.
Could I light a fire as we continue to walk? It's a bit scary to walk in darkness.
I think I understand that you think so. However, I believe that if we are getting closer to, well, you heard grunts, it might be our query, and if we have the fire lit up in this pitch black, then they will see us coming from a mile away.
Oh, okay then. Yeah,
Can't you cast that spell that lets you see like us?
yeah, but it only lasts for half a day.
I mean, that's fine. You can cast a lot of spells, right?
Well, a lot depends. We might need to use spells if something happens.
Well, I mean,
That
look at it
might
this
have-
way. You know, we're looking for something, right? And if we have light and it attracts them and they find us, that saves us the looking. It's kind of a
Well,
win-win.
I mean, you say so, but they might end up ambushing us, catching us off guard.
Well, are you gonna go then?
Yeah, I
One
have
of
dark
you,
vision.
one of
also.
you, D10. Let's go.
Who hasn't rolled a d10 yet?
You?
You.
I haven't, so I'll do it.
You do it.
Remember, my D10 got us into the Underdark, so
We're gonna go even
Okay.
deeper.
So, about half an hour into your journey, all of you can suddenly hear in the distance an echo of waterfalls. And about as minutes go by, it becomes more and more echoey and more loud. And then eventually the entire tunnel ends and becomes not a tunnel but a massive natural bridge. Looking around, you realize that you're basically in a massive open area, that you don't see the ceiling, but at the bottom, where you assume is half a mile drop, there is just water as far as the eye can see. And in some parts in the ceiling, there are water just falling to this massive underground lake. The only reason you know that there is water in the ground is because there is a shit ton of creatures, fungi, or other water-bound creatures that illuminate light. Mainly this dull white bluish coloration.
Has it gotten colder?
It became a lot more humider. You don't really know if it's cold. And how long is this makeshift natural bridge goes? You don't know. You don't see the end of it. So, but as you travel, just realizing where you are, it takes you less than a minute, and you see a massive set of footprints marked in the dirt.
I was about to ask for do we see any footprints now? Like,
yes, they're actually not hard to spot, as it's a, how to say this, it's a 3-fingered print, but it's large enough for any of you to have your both feet in, and it's still bigger than yours.
What type of footprint does it look like?
Roll me a nature investigation or survival check, any of you. On the 3.
21 on my investigation.
Calamity might have some advantage if it is like what's it called? Like fiendish or something.
Say that again.
Didn't you have advantage on tracking fiends?
Survival checks, as long as what we're tracking is a fey, fiend, or undead. I rolled a 23 on survival though. Do I have advantage on this check?
Nope, you do not.
Okay, well, that's a 23 then.
Okay.
Try as well as survival. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so Ares looking Calamity, you look at this print, and the first thing that you realize is it's reminiscent of a troll print. From what sources you have gathered this information, you have varied things from tales to books to personal encounters, but it's not one-to-one to a troll. It looks similar but different. The fingers are a lot more shorter and seemingly have, I guess, more of a sharper edge to them. You assume, basically all of you, by the warnings you were given by the scouts, maybe these are the troglodytes or the troglodyte that you were told about?
They did say that troglodytes were lesser trolls, essentially. These footprints are still pretty big.
They are big.
Wow, I didn't think it was this big. I thought they were going to be smaller.
Yeah.
And they also travel in groups.
Are there several of these
No, one
prints,
set.
or
One
Okay.
set. Also, for everybody's reference, the bridge is about from 25 to 15 feet wide at all times. And it
And the
seems,
footprints are on the bridge itself?
yes, because there's only one way to go from where you are, is through this bridge.
Okay. Are the footprints going in the direction we're going or going in the
Yes.
opposite direction?
It seems like the footprints have been basically going to where you are now, essentially, stomping around and then making their way back.
are there any other footprints around?
One set, as in one individual's.
Hmm.
One.
Does it look as if this thing has gone across the tracks have like gone across the bridge?
The tracks have gone through the bridge since it's the only passage, I guess.
So we know it's a fucking sturdy bridge.
Ooh, I know. Maybe the troll was fishing.
That would need a very long line.
Yeah, that's true.
I am not entirely sure if this is the right way because this looks very large for a supposed lesser troll. Trolls are big, but like, would I be able to like make a reference to how big normal troll prints are?
Normal troll prints would you seem a similar size, but their, I guess, toes would be longer and more, I guess, stunted, as in, curved, like a normal finger or toe. Well, these are more like shorter but sharper.
Man, I should really have paid more attention to the Underdark lessons.
Womp womp.
You know what? You can roll. None of you rolled history check to see what the fuck is a troglodyte, so you can roll if you want.
We asked about troglodyte. last
Yeah,
time.
you
Me and my
asked
plus
and you
zero.
got an answer, but you never rolled anything for it.
Like, can we all roll history or just the people that realized? what
You
the
can roll
footprint is?
history.
Yeah,
You still-
Mac had that had no information about this.
Ooh, calamity.
Who needs modifiers?
Yeah. I guess. Wait, Aries, you gonna roll?
No.
No. Okay.
We will know either.
Okay, so calamity. No, Chesky, you're not even familiar with this kind of thing, and I mean, your all information comes from beheaded friend. Calamity, you seen troglodytes before, or what they are claimed to be, brought to the surface as an attraction to be sold or traded. They're basically underground trolls. They are how do I say this? They're stunted creatures, even by troll standards. They always look hunchbacked and primitive. If they were basically standing straight, they would be similar size as trolls. But they usually are about 6 foot tall. But they're built like a truck. Nevertheless, one of the good things with troglodytes is they do not regenerate as trolls do.
Would Calamity know if the troglodytes spoke or understood any languages?
You know from your experience that the troglodyte that was captured spoke in undercommon and very broken common.
Okay. Calamity claps her hands together and addresses the party. So, troglodytes, they're like little trolls, but still built like a brick shit house. Little hunchy. But they speak. Does anyone know Undercommon?
What's a brick house?
What's a
It's a
brick?
It's a house made of bricks.
What's a
Same
brick?
question.
What's a
What
brick?
is a brick?
Unfortunately, I never really paid attention to my language lessons.
And
So no.
Shax said, no, I can't speak that language.
Huh. Well, I can. You can leave the talking to me. Don't worry. I'm very reliable when it comes to speaking to people. And she gives a prize winning smile that does not incite any confidence.
Then again, I apparently can communicate to people in their heads, as long as we know a language, which I found out with the goblins just yesterday. That is really handy, huh? I never thought about that.
It could be. I'm just saying maybe we don't have to fight this thing.
Well, not this thing, but we do need to fight the basilisk. Was it
Oh.
basilisk?
Maybe if we
No.
can talk to one of them, they can tell us where the basilisk is.
Yeah,
Maybe they can help us take out the basilisk.
maybe. From what they told us, it seemed like they were working for the thing. So,
But
if we find one of them,
basilisk also eats them.
yeah. So, maybe we should try to talk to at least one of them, find out the thing about what they're doing for it, why they're doing it. It's a good idea to try at least, Calamity.
Yeah, if they're hungry, I can give them a few berries.
I like that thinking.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Also, this morning, because I think Calamity said it's the last session, Calamity's berry tastes like coffee.
Calamity's head tilts to the side. I thought the quickest way to a man's heart was through the chest. That's why I tend to stick my sword.
Yeah, depends on the aim with reaching his heart.
Was it true?
Like if you want his heart, as in you want his love, then then it's through his stomach.
Anyway,
You know, this is
Do
getting weird.
you
so
do you understand what he's saying, Ares?
so here's the thing. While this is
His head.
while this is happening, looking down below, you see an armada of 7 ships sailing across the lake below you. I would like everybody to roll perception check.
Can we try to hide from them? And Ares is like, oh, look at that. Come.
Ooh,
Hide.
ooh, look at that.
Two extremes.
3 extremes. I
Hide,
wanna
hide.
Calamity.
Oh,
You yeah, just kidding.
one moment, there's a cat in
Calamity
my way, so
sneezes. She gets dirt in her eye.
I'm
Oh
7.
damn!
Only
Some
lucky.
shit.
Only lucky. So what you realize. Okay, I need to change the music. God damn it, it's been a while. Eeh, give me a second. Let me find something that would not kill my Sure, fuck it. Let's do this one. There you go.
Lucky, what do your orc eyes see?
I see some bullshit, Calamity.
Some bullshit. Staring at Cloudy.
Wait,
So, looking below you, about half a mile down, you don't know from what direction, but basically in the vastness, an endless vastness of water, from one side to your right, you see an armada of 7 ships. 6 smaller ships and 1 bigger in the middle. They're all quietly sailing. As you see, Lucky, that it's all manned by the drow. At the very bottom, you see people walking on deck and walking. In the middle of the ship, though, you see several bound individuals bound together and basically placed on the main deck of the ship. There's not much conversation to be heard, except for a singular command in common. Row. But nobody seems to be looking up, trying to find you, as this little armada of ships swims basically from one side to another side, and I guess if you wait long enough away from your vicinity, and yeah. Speaking of it, would you like to continue your journey?
You all see that? They have
No.
ships underground.
As long as
I don't
you-
see anything.
Yeah, there are some drow down there. Yeah, they seem busy. I think we should pass on.
I look down to ask.
Goodbye,
I
guys.
mean-
I'm gonna jump.
fucking Kratos beam intensifies. Trayvon! Trayvon!
We're gonna say
no.
it.
Yeah, I'm just pulling a serval. Sergal.
I just look down and say in confusion, how did they fit 7 ships in here?
Yes, we can alt F4.
Anyway, yeah. So I assume we continue your journey.
We continue our journey for a bit.
And why don't you just roll me d10? Simple as.
It's time,
Bianca's turn.
Bianca.
It's Bianca's time.
Let's see.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's
Now
either
the
really
bridge
good or really
collapses
bad.
beneath us.
The
no,
bridge
give us all of
breaks
us.
and we fall.
Actually, no.
Oh no.
So, there might be something a lot worse though.
Yay!
Nice.
Yay! Smiley face.
Jehovah's Witnesses, no!
I would like you all to make me a perception check.
Use your neck, Ren.
No, I don't need to.
15.
Let's see, Calamity, you're the only one who spots it in the distance. As you've been traveling through this fucking bridge for an hour, realizing that the water keeps on going for a very long time. Right, the lake is continuing onward. And then you see in the distance, finally the end to the bridge and what seems to be continuation of a tunnel. But in front of the tunnel, you see a white-furred entity. Give me a second. A white fur entity hunched over, wielding a club the size of you as a person. Tattered in what seems to be wool clothing, and seemingly just grunting to itself.
Do I recognize what this is?
Yes, you know what it is. This is a prime example of a troglodyte.
Okay. currently, what's like the marching order on this bridge? Because I assume we're going like in a file of some form.
Mind you,
I'm probably in the middle.
mind you,
the bridge.
mind you,
Probably
you're
near the front.
mind you, you're about what's it called? You're about 100 feet away from him, in
The
front
bridge
of
is
him.
like 20, 25 feet wide, so we don't have to march in a single file.
Yeah.
True.
Just gonna.
We're more or less in like a cluster, I would say. Cluster formation.
So how would you like to proceed?
Calamity
Is there-
starts like tapping the arms of both Domachevsky and Lucky and saying, look, troglodyte up ahead.
You have. Gods, is that really a You have some mighty fine eyes.
Oh, thank you. I always get compliments on them. People like the different colors.
I can't see. I can't see. Where? So dark.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay.
By the way, I only have dark vision for 60 feet.
Yeah.
As it seems to
okay.
be, you see this entity at the distance. Just kind of minding its own business, seemingly picking its ear out of sheer boredom, but grunting nonetheless.
Yeah, so, I suppose the question now is, do we just attempt to talk to it, or do we try to incapacitate it before talking to it?
Why should we attack first?
I think we should talk first.
Like a bad idea.
I think it's better to try the diplomatic option.
Okay.
There's only one word Scream mutters out of all of this. Convert to our cause.
That's like 3 words.
Okay, 3 words
That's
then.
that's one Kenku word.
Convert to our cause.
I was gonna go with convert, but I'm gonna convert to our cause. So yeah, that's multiple words. That's one sentence.
So who's
So-
approaching this beast?
Should we,
Fucking Calamity will, because she speaks Undercommon.
hold on, should we all approach it, or should we just have, like, 1 or 2 of us to not see him as threatening? Like, what's
We
the...
don't want to seem intimidating.
Yeah.
You said you can talk to them as well, right?
I can think to them and they can think back, so, but yeah, it's more or less a mind conversation.
Oh, unlucky. I believe in you.
I think
Okay.
it should be us then.
Sounds like an idea. Yeah, let's, I suppose the rest of you can wait there, and, well, if things seem to go sour, you guys probably know what to do.
Coming.
So, how are you approaching him?
Slowly.
Approach me.
But as they get within like 40 to 30 feet of them, Lucky. Calamity is gonna call out to them in Undercommon, a little bit away in case it is aggressive. She's gonna yell out, "Ho there, friend!"
All of a sudden, you see the concentration of picking his ear stops from the troglodyte as he kind of eyes the horizon in front of him, squints his eyes, and apparently spots you, and just kind of gleams at you, not really know who you are.
Calamity raises both of her arms a little bit to show she's not like trying to reach for a weapon. Hey, we're just passing through. Can you understand me?
Who you be?
My name's Calamity. This here's my friend Lucky. We have a few people back there. We want to pass through here. That's not going to be an issue with you, I hope.
It kind of shakes its head a bit slightly, as if almost pondering. Oh, I'm here to guard. from bad people. Yeah, nods explicitly.
Well, we are not bad people, so there's no need to guard against us, is there?
Oh, he kind of eyes you, Calamity. Oh, are you with the lady?
Uh-oh.
Are, are you with the lady?
He shakes his head. No, the enemies are with the lady. That's what the big basilisk said. Some disagree,
good.
but the basilisk is king.
That's good to hear, because we are not with the lady either. We wish to meet the basilisk. Might you know where we find him?
Are you his food?
I'm sure one such as the great basilisk would not wish to feast on someone as wretched as I.
He eats a lot of corpses. He likes them.
Well, I am no corpse, and hopefully it will stay that way.
He kind of scratches his head. I mean, he kind of grabs his club and just gives a few fuds with his hand to it. I could make you a corpse, bring you there, and the basilisk would be pleased.
How are things going?
He wants to make us into corpses and feed us to the basilisk.
Just tell me when I should stab him.
If I were to give you 5 silver, would you allow us passage and tell us where to find the basilisk?
Why do you want to speak with the basilisk? The basilisk doesn't speak, it only eats.
I have heard tales of the majestic basilisk, and I have heard it is quite the beautiful sight, and I wish to see such an amazing view at least once before I perish.
So you are here to be eaten by the basilisk.
Something like that, but I wish to be alive when I see it.
All of a sudden you hear a sudden thud as another one of these approaches, but this one is different. While this guy's skin is pale and gray with fur of white and gray basically covering him, the one that comes out behind him has what seems to be some sort of tapestry or a cloak of blue that has been tattered and basically destroyed by the elements for, you assume, decades. And instead of a club, he has a staff. As he kind of walks up to the Trog, who's looking at you, that looks back at you. Who you be? One of the surface dwellers.
I haven't seen the surface in a long time.
I see you're the guests here of, He kind of looks at the Trog by him. Like, you have now in front of you the one that is, like, basically you've been talking to, and another who looks a lot more, I guess, intellectual and less stunted. As all of a sudden, the one with the blue cloak just kind of switches from undercommon to common. I assume you're envoys of the lady.
You speak common.
I do. It's a rare trait amongst our kin, but some of us still retain the speech of the surface. And you seem to be dredges of the lady. Not of her folk, but also not slaves.
What makes you think that?
He kind of leans in a bit, kind of cracks his neck a bit. You seem to be not scared, well equipped. No magical bound chains around the wrists and necks. That's how I know.
And you were thinking was the obvious Ares' stump leg.
He doesn't see us if we are
Yeah.
back in the darkness.
This guy's really smart.
Calm down. Well, we were just hoping to get past here. Now, Calamity here knows the language of this place better than I, so I don't know what she's told you.
He sighs. Speak plainly. He doesn't understand common. And since you did not deny your allegiance to the lady, I assume you're here to kill the basilisk. Mind you, that is also something I crave.
Huh. Well then, can I roll an insight check on that?
Roll an insight check.
Yes! Information! I need the information!
You fucking have no clue if he's being honest with you at this very second or not. As he kind of continues.
Calamity just believes him.
As he kind of
She gives a
continues.
sigh of relief.
Our tribes, there were 4. We are prosperous, peaceful, occasional blood sport or 2, but pretty well. And about 3 generations ago, this small lizard approached one of the tribes. They nursed it to health, and it consumed all the tribe. And now that lizard asks for tribute. Our own kind. Some are, of course, fully pledged to the beast, while some are disinterested in keeping this ill-omened tradition of feeding a gluttonous beast for eternity.
Then,
There's no more need to be secret if Calamity's kind of just going to motion for the rest of everyone that it's okay to approach now.
The less like the intelligent Trog just kind of looks at the more intelligent one and asks in the undercover, "Are there friends?" The one who's like speaking to you, Lucky, just kind of looks back at the other Trog, grabs the hand by the shoulder, pets him. Yes, they're friends. In Undercommon. Yeah.
Calamity mutters a translation to Lucky.
thanks. Well, I suppose that our interests do align in that case.
So what is your plan?
How often do you need to feed it your kind?
Every single week, unless at least 7 bodies.
Is it per day or does
A
it
week.
just gorge? Okay. When's the next time you feed it?
Whenever there's a new dead body.
Well, you see, we have this contraption that we are planning to use to kill it by having it consume it alongside one of those dead bodies.
So all you need is a corpse.
All we need is a corpse.
The old Trog looks at the one to his side.
No.
And
Now, let's not be hasty. You chance have someone else that you might want to get rid of?
What do you mean rid of? As the cloaked dude just kind of steps a few steps behind him, and you see he drops the staff, and there's lightning
No.
pouring out of his eyes. As all of a sudden, a massive crackling occurs.
No.
A single bolt. As the Trog looks in
No!
almost surprise as a piercing bolt
You bastard!
hits through the middle, and the Trog collapses without any signs of life.
Eris like taps the side of like Scree, like what happened?
The Trog picks up the staff, looks at the body, kind of taps it with the staff. He was so young, but had a weak heart. Happens.
Well, Scree responds.
They are a sacrifice to the basilisks, so we can poison it.
You shall be
Very good.
provided as a sacrifice as well. I shall give you chains to be bound with, but I shall not lock them as a distraction. For the basilisk, it's nice to feast on still living. Once your contraption works, you can unshackle your mantles and finish it.
I would like to roll yet another insight check.
Insight check.
May I also roll an insight check because Calamity's she doesn't like this guy now.
He says it plainly. But he also says it with caution, as if he tried this thing before and something went wrong.
Can I roll insight?
Sure, everybody can roll insight if you want.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, like what he's telling is an Domachevsky. He realized this Trog is not your usual Trog. He is not like a simple common file. He's somewhere in the echelons of this society, in these tribes. He disliked the basilisk, and he has a plan that probably has been in his head for months, if not years. And he's being very cautious to not tell you everything or skip a few details, because he knows what happens when he does say everything, and it goes always awry.
Okay.
Eris doesn't like this person as well. Didn't
Read-
talk to that person.
Scree doesn't roll because Scree just respects the sacrificing of someone else.
Respect.
Yeah, it's like not cool, but it's like, that's what I cared about.
Let's say once we do finish this basilisk, I would assume that you're going to let us go on our merry way.
I will have no use of you. You can pick yourself up and leave. As living or as corpses, I do not care. All I care is the basilisk to be dead.
Well, it does make it easier for us to get our job done. But should you stab us in the back, then I hope you understand that you will. Well, you might not survive either. I like to think of us as fairly competent.
One way to find out. As he kind of grabs the Trog and kind of flips him over, belly up, eyes him for a bit, pokes him again just in case. Looks back at all of you. Cut open its belly and put your contraption in if you wish. I'll come and get the chains for you.
Yeah. I guess Lucky will approach, take out one of his normal daggers and start getting to work.
I don't want to look. Let it turn away.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think I would turn Ares around.
But yeah,
I get closer and observe.
relatively easy to get its belly open and just put the contraption in. And you think maybe it's gonna slide off, but then you realize once like the ball is in, it just kind of sticks to the walls of the stomach, so it's not gonna go off easily. Anybody else doing anything with the Trog, or just while you wait?
Calamity is just gonna mumble in like the general direction of Domachevsky. Maybe we should have cut open that other one, shoved the device in him. He seems far more deserving to be eaten.
I look at Calamity and mumble. Look, he's a free ticket into this place. Might as well keep him. What happens afterwards, we can deal with him.
I don't like to deal with him.
Well, good, because since you seem to be as eager to deal with this as you are, I will give you this, and Lucky is going to take out the two antidotes and hand one over to Calamity. I believe you and me would be best up in the front. So let's have one each just in case. Just hide it somewhere on your person.
Got it.
As all of a sudden, the man with the staff rushes back from the darkness with 4 more Trogs as he kind of points. And Calamity, in Undercommon, you see that it's that the man speaks. They killed him. Look at what they're doing to Abraham. Chain them at once. As all of a sudden, all the Trogs with these massive rusted iron chains approach you with clubs. What would you like to do? Are you gonna submit?
Well, first things
Can I roll
first.
insight on him?
Ryan, insight on him.
First things first. Scree wants to, have a little something as an ace up the sleeve, so they order their familiar to go invisible
Okay.
and to keep distance.
For a brief second, Calamity, you thought you just got. Like, he just called stuff on you and now they're surrounding you. But you look at the elder Troglodyte's face and you realize there is full commitment to this plan. He is not like faking it. He is doing this for you to get in. As one of the Trogs just kind of looks at him and says, "Why we just not smash them?" As he kind of raises a club against Lucky's head. As in Undercommon, as the elder reaches his out, "No, they shall be fed to the beast." All of them just gonna look around as they all of a sudden get you all get these rusty heavy chains on each of you. Domachevsky, they don't really know where to put you. like put chains on you, so they just kind of drop on you and just kind of go plump into your mask. And they look at the elder for like agreement that this is good. And the elder looks at you, Domachevsky, kind of dumbfounded, and just nods. Yeah.
What about me? I only have one arm.
I just pretend I can't move.
Yeah, they put one chain and the other is just tangling.
Yeah.
While they know how to chain you up, they have no concept why.
Yeah.
Um,
How this is heavy.
A chain. This whole like chain is about 10 pounds, so 3.5 kilos somewhere.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah, it's more like 5.
Oh, 5. Anyway, as soon as you got all chained up, and you hear the clack of a lock, all of a sudden, you see the elder is kind of in the middle as he tells all the trogs to, clear room for everyone, as and bring the dead. So one trog is like dragging the dead frog by its feet, while the other just in front. And while that is happening, the elder gives you this small little key. Just kind of presses into your palm, Lucky. And it's a key to this chains that fits perfectly.
Yeah, he waits for the rest of the trogs to turn their backs, and then he immediately starts unlocking his own chains before passing it on to
So
not
Calamity.
locking it fully, just make it loose.
there are
exactly,
several clicks in a matter of moments as you all unlock it. You're all carrying them like nicely, but it's basically loose. If you just shake, they're all gonna just open up and drop to the floor. You see some of the trogs look back as they hear the click, and the elder just kind of smacks them over the head to keep attention. So
Okay, do we
in the
keep our
mess-
equipment or are they confiscated?
no, you are brought with all your equipment.
Okay.
There's a fucking rifle in his belly, in the chest's belly, and you're like looking at it, don't really know what it is, but it's fine. It's just like,
It's part of me.
yeah. So basically, in the next 10 or so minutes, the air becomes colder, like actually colder, and you see in the humid environment, it's kind of changed into frostbite, like frost-covered walls and ceilings, as you see that there is this encampment of trogs with makeshift tents, campfires, and whatnot. And you count like 50, 60 from small children that are like 2 feet tall to as big as 6.5 feet. They're all like squatting down type of deal. Like they don't have that full standing up posture. Let me change some music. As you're kind of just wandering, and you realize this is like a very primitive camp. Give me a second. I can't skip. You're playing track. Okay. You're all just gonna. You know what? Let's do this. As you see a bunch of people around the camps. Calamity, you speak under common, or can listen to it, and all the trogs are basically getting excited. It's like, there's outsiders, they're gonna be fed to the beast, gather everyone, it's gonna be a show. Like everybody's hyping each other, and people are running into the tunnels basically to gather, and you're basically getting escort for an additional 5 minutes for this opening. And by each minute, the room temperature becomes colder and colder. Snow and ice is a lot more prevalent, and it's like the breath is always visible as you go. Give me a second. There you go. what you basically come down to is a massive opening into the wall that is covered in feet of ice. A massive cave. And this cave is basically below. How to say this? It's a drop to this cave entrance. And around this drop, there is a gathering of 20 trogs at the moment looking on as more and more by the second are walking up or running to just see. Calamity, everybody chanting, mainly chanting, feed them to the beast. While some are like, I guess, questioning which one of you would be the most delicious. Main bets are on Ares and Lucky. Ares basically because he is pale, which usually means fine meat.
Well, I mean, they put Ares in the stew before, so.
Yeah.
We already have proof. It is.
Calamity can confirm Ares tastes good.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So, as everybody chants and all that, and you're being brought upon, you see two massive glinting blue eyes and an earthquake-like vibration coming from the hole. As you're all, well, 4 trogs, the elder, the corpse, and all of you are basically being brought down through a slope, almost pushed, as all of a sudden, 2 more trogs appear, similarly dressed, if you will, dressing quotation marks, that seems to be noblish clothing, TM, while it's like just rags with some color that have been dulled through decades. One seems to be warrior type. Instead of a club or staff, he has a nice rusted metal blade that is about 5 feet long and about a feet wide, like a massive sword. While the other trog that is kinda odd looking, doesn't have any weapon, doesn't have any clothing, but he is covered in moss. Like we're talking like full, almost ghillie suit moss. As now in the pit, above the pit, there is a gathering of about 90, 100 trogs, and everybody shouting, "Feed him to the beast! Feed him to the beast!" As the elder kinda guides you all by the edge and to the hole, there's 80 feet, as you see glinting blue eyes approaching with each singular thud. This beast appears from that ice cave, about 18 feet long and about 8 feet tall. A mouth with maybe 3 or 4 rows of teeth. Scales smooth as ice but hardy as metal. And hundreds upon thousands of thorny scales on its back. You want to seduce it? You can roll it, but I'm just saying.
Do they eat you first?
It's a bit scary.
I need to check something real quick.
Okay, where am I in relation to the rest?
Are we in the pit?
You're all in the pit by the edge of it as this beast just stomps over out of the cave, just kind of peeking its head and few of its frontal legs out to sniff the air.
How deep is the pit? About.
The pit is about 40 feet deep, and you're in the pit. Okay, and give me a second. Where is the basilisk? There you go. Basilisk.
Okay, that's the other one.
There you go.
They just threw the corpse in here.
Okay. No.
No, the corpse is with you.
Okay.
As the elder that is the elder that is brought you all here kind of all of a sudden speaks and they're coming. Oh, great and mighty beast, a terrible woe came upon us this day, as these mongrels were sent by the lady to slay you. One of our brethren sacrificed their life in order to tell the rest about the threat, but ultimately he was slayed. The beast kind of glares at the elder, looks at the corpse, and just kind of opens its mouth, and you see this noxious fumes that are pale white, that are rising from it, and those fumes manifest into snow about 10 feet above it and just becomes to rain down snow. As all of a sudden the elder instructs one of the trogs to bring the corpse to him. You see one of the trogs, panicked, all of a sudden grabs the ankle of the dead trog and just starts carrying or delivering the dead corpse to the basilisk. The basilisk just goes a few feet in front of it and snatches them both and starts eating one alive.
I would like to prepare an action to charge.
And you see, you hear muffled screams, and it goes to silent as the basilisk rears its head upwards, and you see what you assume the body's just slid down its throat. As
I have a question
yes?
to DM. Can druids use meta magic in this?
No.
Okay, good to know.
As all of a sudden, the elder speaks out in Undercommon again. Also, anybody wants to do anything, as you see this basilisk just, consume two individuals with a single gulp.
Ares
So
goes away
how-
and shivers a bit.
I just ready my gun.
Just
How-
really.
Can I say that? Can I ask this? How far is the basilisk?
From all of you, about 60 feet. You're in the same level. You're in the pit, but you're basically by the edge of the pit, with three more trogs that are basically climbing up. As you realize you're gonna be next.
How far away is the elder?
The elder is about 40 feet above you and about 10 feet away from you, as he kind of gathers the crowd's attention.
Yeah. Oh, how wide is the pit?
The pit
What
is
space do
about...
we have?
The pit, you assume, is like 130 feet wide, and it's basically this pit that leads to this cave, and through the cave, of course. Yeah.
And there's like troglodytes all around the pit, or only
Yes,
on one side?
basically surrounding the pit. Some people are trying to like push each other to see what's in front, and people are trying not to fall into the pit as well. So what would you like to do, like, as a brief action, as you see the bodies getting consumed and everybody's cheering on?
Cool.
Cool.
No.
Cool.
No, I'm just preparing Trixies.
So, I mean, we're just getting ready to throw hands with this, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Calamity is gonna. Let me just look how something works. Because she's gonna like scrape the back of one of her hands with a nail. So she can activate. Never mind, it's not close enough. It's 30 feet.
I know what to do.
Not bad.
Okay, so Domachevsky is holding to fire or preparing gun. What about the rest of you?
Scree is
I try to
actually.
summon my creature, my ally.
Are you holding action or are you actually casting it now?
I'm holding.
Okay.
Scree
Look,
orders their. Well, telepathically orders their familiar to get close to the basilisk and wait. And then Scree holds an action.
Calamity will hold an action to draw her sword and activate her blood right.
you're chucking away the shackles.
She's going to hold her action to do that.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
does that-
Okay. Okay.
We want to see the trigger.
Okay. Anyway, Scree, a thing you notice as you kind of send your familiar next to the basilisk is like munching and gurgling on the bodies and just eating it full. You see to your left on the above the pit, the green gilly fucking troglodyte seems to be staring at where your familiar is, kinda with curiosity, but doesn't say anything or do anything. But he then exchanges glances with the elder that brought you here.
Wait, is that holding my action? I will want to do something else.
No.
Can I hold my action to cast Fog Cloud instead?
No, you already said what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We're locked in.
Yes.
As Calamity, you can only understand him, the elder that brought you, as he continues. Now that the dead have been consumed by the grave beast, he kind of looks at the grave beast and asks, which one would you like first? Any of them. As all of a sudden the basilisk starts eyeing all of you. And eyes lock towards, let's see. Ooh, Calamity.
Have fun.
As all of a sudden,
now is the time of throwing hands then.
all of a sudden you hear Calamity in Undercommon, the basilisk speak. The green devil.
Wait, it speaks?
I wish to seek its flesh on my tongue. As it kind of extends this tongue that is about... It's kind of about 1 feet wide and about 4 feet long as it sticks out.
Does everything.
Calamity!
Calamity will respond in Undercommon. I will see your flesh rendered first, and then throw the shackles off for her held action.
Okay. As all of a sudden everybody's like, ooh, as you see the shackles are being thrown and there's all of a sudden a roar away. The shackles are off? Wait. What is happening? And everybody's like looking around. You see those who are like looking at the crowds above you. You see the one to your right, the one with the red fur and the blade, all of a sudden looks in confusion, almost like draws his own blade, kind of preparing to just jump down at the pit. As the basilisk chuckles at you, Calamity, as you get a free action to just draw your shackles and cast your blood right, as it just kind of approaches.
Roll a d6 to take that.
Huh?
If I'm activating the blood right, take 1d6.
You're cutting off.
Yeah, sorry. I take damage if I activate the blood right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you hear a chuckle from the basilisk in front of you, as it kind of exits fully out of his cave, and it's a big fucking lizard. You foolish little mortal, I feasted upon thousands of your kind. What's more with a simple little... As he wants to say, twig.
Let's go.
For what it's worth, it's her Rite of the Dawn, which gives bright light from a radius of 20 feet.
Hey!
So what happens is all of a sudden there's a sound of popcorn somewhere, what you thinking is in the cave, but then you realize in his stomach. As he wants to say something, his eyes go still. As all of a sudden the crackling becomes more and more loud, as all of a sudden you see a massive trail of blood sprouting from further into the cave, and his mouth begins to pour blood. The rattling ends and everybody goes quiet, as the beast that was stopped mid-sentence is now dead.
What?
Bruh.
Instead of cold or anything, there's now a puddle of blood that is now decorating the entire pit, inch by inch as the moments go by. The reptile is dead. Everybody is now stunted, and everything dies down.
Can Calamity point her sword towards the red dude?
Sure.
And she wants to call out to the trolls in Undercommon.
Okay.
Your basilisk is dead. And that elder there, the ringleader of this assassination. She fucking hates this guy.
Oh no!
Wait. You're snitching on your own?
Our own? She doesn't see the elder as her own. Dude, he murdered the fucking gatekeeper. Dude was just doing his best, watching the bridge, and he's like, "Oh, were they friends?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're friends." And he fucking murders him. Fuck that guy.
Oh.
I hate him.
Wow.
Really, gatekeeper troll that dude was doing his best, and he did not have to die for this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Also,
Roll a 14.
Oh my fucking god.
He's
Okay.
intervening with a mental message towards Calamity. Congrats, Calamity. You got Scree to speak up.
In pursuit of justice, you're gonna cause a war with us in between. We could have easily survived.
Yeah, he's kind of correct. As all of a sudden, the one with the red mane looks at the elder. The elder's petrified. As in Undercommon, he screams, "We've been betrayed! Kill them all!" Now, we're gonna call it? Because next session, you gotta fucking get the fuck out, because you're basically inside a gang war, and you're literally in the middle, and you're the priority target now. So...
Don't worry,
well-
I have a plan. I have invisibility. I don't know about the rest of you. Have fun.
Don't worry, I'm fast.
Can some of us see without eyes?
Oh my fucking god, you
I
don't...
can cast a massive fog
gone.
cloud. That can make us
I
disappear.
can open the bag of
The thing
holding.
is,
Congrats.
first things first, we need that thing's heart.
Scree will get it.
Yeah, so I would like yeah, this is gonna call, because it's gonna be a roll 20 counter, and it's gonna be beyond deadly. Anyway, oh, this
At least
is
making things interesting.
there's interesting and there's downright suicidal. That is the latter that you just did. Anyway, anything you want to say before I'm fitting the stream down?
Well,
Stay gold, Tony boy.
I thank everyone for watching this second to last episode.
Unironically, might be.
Uh,
Anyway,